up, y'all? It's Gavin here, back at it again. FlagrantNoFoul. We got Mr. Kylan back in the building. We got a newcomer in here, Mr. Quincy Casey.
Yo.
You want to give me an introduction about yourself, Mr. Casey, or you want to keep him pushing?
Let's keep pushing.
All right. Well, Kylan, this is your show.
Alright, what's up, y'all? So today, the Thunder and the Nuggets Game 7 happened. We all knew it was going to go to Game 7. 2 MVPs. And the Nuggets lost, man. Like, it's crazy. Because I think, honestly, in my honest opinion, I'm going off recent time. I'm going off recency bias, but I think Jokic is the MVP. But if I'm just thinking about before this playoffs even happened, it's Shea. And I think they're going to give it to Shea. Like, I think they were just waiting on this series to end, see who they're going to get the award to. But all in all, did y'all expect it to go 7?
Yeah, I expected it to go 7. To piggyback off what you said, though, I think Jokic is the MVP for sure. I think he's playing with the lesser of the team. It wasn't like they had to play in or nothing like that. They were sure in for the playoffs. I don't see why not.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest, I didn't think they was going 7. I didn't think it was be a sweep, but I thought they'd at least like losing like 5 or 6 just because of the fact the Nuggets didn't have a bench. But they proved me wrong. Shout out to them.
They can't nobody guard him, so that's gonna be hard.
Nobody's gonna guard him, but like in the non-Jokic minutes, this has been something that Nuggets fans, of course, and people around the NBA, they don't have nobody. They got an agent, DeAndre Jordan, as a backup center. Sure. And the person that they picked up in the offseason, Dario Saric, he hasn't seen the floor in like probably half the season. Mm-hmm. So effectively, when you take him out, you can't even go. You have nobody liable to even replace him with size-wise.
Yeah, that bench is that bench is a little scarce.
So that's more so. It's not even the fact because of that young, not even the fact because of the Thunder and that young, but they have fresh legs and they love to run.
Why did they give away Bones?
Because of the Jamal Murray stuff.
What was that?
He was kind of like taking shots on Twitter. It just showed a whole bunch of immaturity. And it's crazy that was in the middle of the championship run. So, I mean, like, you got to understand, I feel like from a business standpoint, you don't need that type of stuff around, just surrounding the team when you trying to have bigger and better aspirations. And you probably just mad that you just not getting playing time.
Yeah.
So, but you see with that man that he went to the Clippers, got sparing playing time, and I don't even know where he at right now. I think he on the
Timberwolves ain't getting no play time. Him and Rob Dillingham, basically the same player. But just to get back to it, I think that the Nuggets was I'm gonna be real. Their ceiling is as far as Michael Porter Jr. go. They honestly could have won this series if he was just to show up. Like, he's the X factor of the team. But
won the series is crazy,
bro. If he was just to go 15 like he's paid to do, I'm sure
15. He's not paid to be 15. He's paid to get 22.
22, but I'm just saying.
He's a max contract, not even a player as far as turns as performance. But money-wise, my boy, you're 6'11", go to the paint.
And he hasn't, it's been like 4 games where he had less than 10 points this series?
4? I don't even think he scored more than once.
Yeah, so it's like.
He had 6 points today, 3 of 8 from the field.
It's just, to me, I think the fact that the Nuggets even had contention with the number 1 seed, all off for one, you got Jokic, the best player in the world. Then Russell Westbrook, he got probably the best contract in the league off the bench, like, you know what I'm saying? Aaron Gordon, he sat up here and he's better than Michael Porter Jr. And I mean, like, it's just straight up. Probably debatable with Jamal Murray at this point. But at the same time, it's just like, if you was to just get MPJ to just do a little more,
Yeah, we had a complimentary score on the side of
it. Probably wouldn't have went 7. It would have been like 5-6 y'all away already. Because y'all because Jalen Williams was shooting bad this whole series. You got to remember that. Like, Jalen Williams was shooting bad. But he showed up today.
MPJ had 2, 8, 21, 3, 2, 10, and 6.
I ain't gonna lie. Learn some Chinese, my boy. You gone. Like, for real.
We got
Yo,
stuck
see you with it.
We basically got stuck with Ben
NBA.
Simmons with
You're
tattoos.
tripping.
He ain't going to overseas. He could probably go, like, any other team.
Somebody gonna pay him.
Yeah. But
Just off the potential.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander had 35
Niggas
today.
paid him.
Shea had 35. Jalen Williams, J-Dub had 24. Chet had 13.
That's probably what his best game today.
Mm.
That was probably his best game today in the series.
Yeah, in the series. I think that
He was a plus 35.
J-Dub does a lot. He's a multi-talented player. It's just like he does more on the court than you may see.
Yeah.
Like he got a long ass wingspan. But I'm gonna be real. So the Thunder move on. They pass on. They can play the T-Wolves. It's T-Wolves, Thunder, and on the east side you got the Pacers, Knicks. I genuinely think my prediction is T-Wolves, Knicks. I believe that the NBA is probably gonna push that Cat and Julius Randle that just got traded for each other, and I'm gonna tell you who I will want to win, but I'm sure politics and even not just politics, but everybody, the whole world will want Ant to win. I want Jalen Brunson to win. I want to see like a 6 foot guard lead the team to the finals and actually win something for once. Like first time since like AI.
Yeah, I didn't even win.
AI didn't even win, so I want to see Jalen Brunson win. Like
More so since like basically Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah, in a sense. And I'm gonna ask this question too later, but I'm gonna ask it now. If Jalen Brunson win his rings, he the greatest Nick ever.
Greatest Nick ever.
Or is he better than Melo?
He's already better than Melo.
He better than Melo.
As far as in a Nick uniform, he's already done more.
He's already better than them.
Melo never went to the East Conference Finals.
He's also never had a team like this.
He had Amari Stoudemire, Billups. He had J.R. Smith, and he
I watched the Billups.
Them niggas got PJ Tucker.
Are we comparing them to like PJ Tucker not even seeing the floor?
That was a troll, my man. I'm not being serious.
But I'm just saying, he's not even touching the floor.
But this is the thing.
You got Jalen Brunson, Cat, and basically 3 other role players.
Mikal Bridges can go somewhere and be a one.
He
He
was the
number one
one.
person in the ball.
He went to
Okay.
the Nets, but
What was his average out there?
like the
It doesn't
19.
matter. He was still a one. He was still the
But it's like
best player on
but
that
it's like-
team.
But it's like this. You'll never.
You
win.
can go to the Nets and be the best player of the team right now.
You can't win. You can't win when Mikal Bridges is your one.
It don't matter. He can still
That's
go
just like
somewhere
saying
and
OG
be-
Anunoby can go to the
No,
Nets.
I agree. I was trolling for the most part, but no. Melo probably never had an actual team like
He
this,
never had a
full of
team.
young people, full of younger guys that he can win. The
No.
youngest person he probably had was J.R. Smith that actually contributed
But I
outside
was
of
gonna say, even
Shumpert.
with the Nuggets, he had AI. They
Don't
got down
we-
first.
Watch the
we-
AI game.
We're
Well,
not,
watch.
I'm not even gonna go
watch,
back
not
that
watch.
far.
Yeah.
We're going straight off the Knicks uniform
Knicks
because you already
did.
know my opinion. If he would have stayed in the Nuggets uniform, they would have won.
Yeah. So, Jalen Brunson, top 5 Nick ever?
I'm still
Yeah, for
going
sure.
top 3.
Top
Top
three.
3.
Top three.
You probably got what, Bernard King? Maybe Walt Frazier.
That's what I was saying, bro.
Well, I'm
Hey.
saying, realistically speaking, like,
Hey.
if you talk to any other Knick fan,
I
we
ain't
prisoners
gonna
of the moment. So,
I'm
like,
gonna say it.
Bernard King.
I'm gonna say it. I ain't hearing none of this shit. I thought I was
I
gonna
don't even know who Bernard King is.
Bling, 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 baseline, fade away, like Bernard. Now y'all know this ain't. But, okay. So, what are y'all predictions? I said T-Wolves next.
Yeah, I like that. I like that series. I think that's what it's gonna be.
I like that series. I'm like you. I would like to see Jalen Brunson win a ring. Anybody but the Gilgeous Swords. Anybody but the Gilgeous Swords.
What's wrong with the Gilgeous Swords winning the ring, though?
The who?
Gilgeous Swords.
SGA.
SGA.
I just like, you must ain't never seen his Jurassic Park commercial he got out right now. You said what's up with him winning the NBA?
Mm.
It's just, I don't know, man. I just kind of want somebody different, even though this will be everybody in the
First.
finals.
I just
you know
want-
what I'm saying?
I just want to see New York go crazy. Do you know if they win that shit? Like New York is gonna like have riots up and down.
It might be an
better if
earthquake.
they lose though. Cause they're gonna be turned regardless.
Bruh, them folks bruh, side talk gonna go crazy.
Bruh, just imagine Ant walking down
Madison Square.
Broadway. Like
They gonna jump him.
the same way.
They gonna jump him. I ain't gonna lie. You can't do that in New York. You seen what they did to that Pacer?
New York.
That dude. You seen what they did to that dude with the Halliburton jersey on? They jumped the shit out of him.
That's Anthony Edwards though. Like they probably gonna have some
Fool. They said fuck Trey. They don't.
championship. He might have the whole team out there.
Fool. New York motherfuckers are crazy.
Okay.
Have you seen?
Crazier than them bullets.
Ain't no bullets.
Either way, it's going to be a very competitive series on each side. I mean, obviously, you got the kind of, what was it, matchup of last year's Eastern Conference semis when the Pacers beat them in 7 in New York. So you already got kind of that. Cat back in town.
I'm gonna be
You got a
real.
new squad. OG's hurt. OG's not hurt today or this year.
Yeah. I'm gonna be real though. I see it already with Tyrese Halliburton having a lights out game. I ain't gonna lie. Like him just spraying it, that ugly ass jumper.
You got to think about it, though.
Game or shit.
Man,
I ain't gonna
gaming them.
You gotta think about it though. He finna face Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby. Outside of that, the Pacers are relatively small. You're not gonna sit here and try to double team Aaron Nesmith or maybe Andrew Nembhard. Pascal Siakam, let's just say OG locks him up. Not locks him up like physically, but that's back to they was teammates. So what was they practices like, and who's the bigger dog in that matchup? Who wins that game?
We gonna find out.
Who wins that series? That matchup in between them every time.
Part of me just think
Miles
like,
Turner, Cat.
because Tyrese Halliburton was rated the most overrated player by the players and coaches. Like he been just
He's
turning
gonna
up.
have Mikal Bridges blanketed on him.
Yeah. Because they just
They went against the Cavs, and the Cavs don't even have size like that either. Tyrese Halliburton's already, 6'5", 6'6"?
Then Josh Hart come guard you too. You need to.
yeah.
Brunson finna get Nembhard. That's good. That's a good matchup. Nembhard versus Brunson.
Yeah, that's gonna
He
be
gonna try to
crazy.
get in his head.
So what y'all think about on the west side? Like how the match is gonna be?
I can't wait.
Chet
Chet
Daniels got
Holmgren
to guard. What's his name?
Chet Hunger about to get exposed.
By who?
Rudy.
Eh, no. Who he got to guard?
Rudy. He gonna
Randall.
Randall. Ooh. He finna be strong on Chet though.
He ain't gonna guard you.
Who gonna guard?
He got. I was thinking about this earlier. Isaiah Hartenstein, you finna have him on Rudy. Jalen Williams versus Jaden McDaniels. They match up perfectly.
Yeah, they both can steal like the ball.
I mean, they both got technically a 6-man. Hopefully, Dante DiVincenzo actually wakes up.
Lou Dort on.
Because you got
Man,
Caruso
if
on.
he wake
you know what
up,
I'm
that's
saying,
a
Dante?
dangerous team, bro. Because they out there hooping like that.
Lou
without
Dort
him,
on Ant.
honestly.
Ant, but you know what? I'm gonna say this about the T-Wolves. Ant can shoot bad and they still win. Like he can shoot, but he gonna do other things.
There's other things,
Yeah, he can shoot bad and they still win.
But if Rudy play like he did last series, it's over with. Of course, they didn't have a big man to actually guard him, but if he can at least give them 15,
I'm gonna be.
Ooh, I didn't think about that though.
if he give him 15 to 15, they gonna be straight.
I'm not even thinking about Rudy.
Mike Conley, they.
Nas Reed.
Mike Conley, bro.
Mike Conley on SGA. Yeah, they're not gonna match up. Mike Conley not gonna guard SGA.
I'm gonna be real.
Bro, Mike Conley might not even play for real. The series.
He gonna play.
He's starter.
He's too important to that team. He's the
They gonna play the other the other Gilchrist kid. His
To
cousin.
Alexander Walker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I ain't gonna lie. This is a tough
The
series.
cousins.
It's a tough series.
Cousin, go guard your cousin. Actually.
It's a tough series. How I see it going, I might go. Like I said, I want to see T-Wolves go, so I'm gonna probably say T-Wolves in 6.
It's a tough series because in Minnesota is so
That's
versatile.
what it said.
They're versatile, but I'm telling you, if J-Dub come in this series shooting bad like he did last series, you can't do that against this team.
Oh no, it ain't going. It won't go to 7.
Like if
He's
you
playing like that.
if you shoot like
It's
that,
gonna go to 7 though.
if he shoot like that, and you leave the scoring opportunities up to Lou Dort and stuff, besides SGA, because Chet already don't even drop 20 points. Like he had 13 today. So I'm gonna just say, if he ain't picking up the scoring load, now Ant got somebody in Dante. He got Jaden McDaniels. He got Randall, who I should have started off with Julius Randle for. and Conley, Alexander Walker. They got some depth going. Like honestly. And then, like I said, if Gobert actually goes out there and play a little more aggressive, cause I'm already seeing double teams on Ant, and he gonna pass it somewhere, and more times than not, the
You
paint
gonna
will
double
go.
team him with Lou Dort though?
The Thunder plays very, very high. Like they definitely they'll wall up the paint or they'll double team you up at the top. The Thunder, one thing about them, they move like they fast, like they super, and that's what I thought on the East side. Like I would say the best matchup for them is the Pacers because the Pacers fast, like they moving too, but. We're going to see how that work out. I think I'm going to go T-Wolves in 6 just because I don't think J-Dub is... I think that SGA is the only one ready on the Thunder. I feel like their inexperience is showed in this Nugget series. And with the T-Wolves, they made it this far last year. You know what I'm saying? And Randall's not hurt.
They got all the motivation.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say I got more motivation than the Thunder, but... It's a personal vendetta, though.
6 seed?
Yeah.
This year? Yeah.
I'm going to keep it a stack, though. And put out some people. He done put out Jokic, KD, and LeBron.
Oh, yeah, and you add MVP to it, like, it's going to be a legendary season for sure.
If, like I said, and put these folks out, it's going to be tough. But I'm going to say this, though. The Thunder can easily win it if they haven't, I think the T-Wolves honestly could put McDaniels on SGA.
That's what, realistically, yeah.
Or Alexander Walker, like y'all was saying. And
but starting off, yeah.
But put Conley on
But
Dort.
we sitting there talking all that.
Alex Caruso.
But we sitting there doing all this. Let's be realistic. Why are we sitting there thinking that Anthony Edwards is going to sit here and try to guard SGA?
No, I'm not.
He going to do it some plays. But
I'm just talking about from the jump.
That boy at all.
I'm talking about from the jump. He wanted all that smoke last year with Kyrie.
You seen what happened.
But we see that this is a different series. This is a different season. He ain't gas. He's not gas like he was playing the Joker for 7 games.
Yeah.
And they done put the Lakers in back-to-back series. So they've been at home.
So what's each team weakness to y'all? If you had to put a weakness, I think inexperience with the Thunder. But
inexperience and lack of aggressiveness, but I guess it tones into the inexperience. As far as the Knicks, obviously I'm gonna sit here and say the bench, but I'm gonna be even more realistic. It's Karl Anthony Towns. Pacers, that third man. But I ain't gonna lie, Benedict Mathurin, he's gonna have a good series.
The third man, I think inefficiency, because the Pacers is the type of team where you're gonna see multiple people score 10 points. You know, same thing with the Thunder. Yeah, exactly. But based off the Nuggets series, that wasn't happening though. Well,
everybody was scoring 10. It would just be more. You would just have like Jalen Williams just getting whatever he had. Like he was just shooting out their tour dates.
Okay.
So we'll see how this goes with that. As far as the Wolves, Dante DiVincenzo.
Yeah. You think he the X Factor?
No, we already said Mike.
Mike Conley for sure. Probably.
He gotta make sure.
I would say DiVincenzo is the X Factor, but I will say that out of all the people in the game, out of all the people on the Wolves, I see him set up Rudy the most. So he'll get, if he ain't finding his shot and he ain't knocking down shots, he's gonna sit there and create offense. At least he needs to hit a couple shots just so he can be more so of a factor. You're not easily double teaming 2 guys because
he ain't making a shot.
Yeah, we ain't trusting him.
Yeah.
Well, what about y'all?
Yeah, I'm with y'all though.
Alright, I want to move on to off season. What?
Yeah, you're right.
I want to move on to off season. We got some faces that's probably gonna be in new places. You know, like Cade. I'm not gonna start out with him. Giannis Antetokounmpo probably the biggest face. Zion. I think KD may stay with the Suns. May not.
Be realistic. Who is gonna trade for Zion? Who is willing to take on that factor of not only him playing and the headache with the scrutiny of the media from that?
I think that Zion can go to any. I don't think he want to be in New Orleans. Like they're the poorest team in the league behind the Grizzlies, and
Charlotte will like a word.
I
You
mean,
gotta go somewhere where.
last time I checked, they were. I just
I'm
know.
just trolling.
Gotta be a factor.
Yeah.
Don't go somewhere where you just want to get paid and then you're gonna be trash. Your team gonna be trash. You're gonna be hurt the whole season again. Watch what I tell you.
And I would like,
I want to play through.
if I was somebody and I was going for Zion, I'd go for him. If I was on like the Bulls, maybe trade a couple pieces for him. I mean, it's just some, I don't know. I just throw out the Bulls, but I don't think no.
Shoot.
I don't think no.
Golden State.
I
Golden
was
State.
thinking that.
You gonna have to take a pay cut though.
I don't think.
Golden State.
I really don't
That's a
think
sign
no,
and trade for Kaminga though.
I don't really think no top teams.
And
gonna
they're after the way Kaminga just played this series, they'll be stupid to trade him away.
I just don't think no top team gonna go for him. I think it's gonna be like a mid to terrible team that
No.
he ain't gonna really be in the. Cause I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. What top team is willing to give up what they got for Zion Williamson?
Top 10, you saying like what
Like-
top 16 on each conference?
Yeah, like
6. Name them.
Miami
You wanna
might
just
do
go
it.
playoffs?
I'm gonna go ahead and say Miami could do it. Cause Pat Riley said he gonna retool it. It's not the same. They're not coming into the next season with the same roster. But that's the only team though, Miami, that I can see going for Zion. And that's gonna be terrible because he's gonna be with the big booty Latinas.
He can come here.
But
He can come here.
you want him
Hell yeah.
here? Hey, for JJ.
Not for JJJ.
Who? He gonna play in the paint?
Not for
Ryan,
JJJ.
please. I think that'll look good. I ain't even okay. With Zach Edey, I think that'll look
Y'all
good.
trying to have a
Y'all
an injury riddled season.
Harlem Globetrotter team.
Y'all trying to have an
Dunk
injury riddled
face.
season that ain't finna do nothing but get a top draft pick. I'm with it. Sign me up.
Dunk fest.
I would say Atlanta,
What about
Trash.
but they got Jalen Johnson out there. I would like to see them two at it.
Trash. Trey Young ain't coming back. Trash. Can't do it.
where you think Trae Young going?
Miami.
Miami go for Trae Young. Him and Bama look cool.
And Tyler Hero. I like that.
You gonna give up probably.
You gotta keep him. I think Bam, man. That's me, honestly.
Detroit.
Trae Young.
Detroit.
No, not Trae Young.
Zion.
Zion.
Zion, Detroit. That'd be
They got
tough.
Jalen Duran though. He would have to go.
Probably. Cade and Zion to go crazy though. Cade and Zion to go
That would feed families.
go crazy.
Isaiah Stewart out of there.
Beef stew.
Well, speaking about the Grizzlies, what would be you guys' dream starting 5 and 6 with the Grizzlies for this offseason if you could acquire some people?
Realistically,
Yeah, realistically.
So is the KD thing realistic?
It could be. If it's a trade, you gotta say like who you gonna trade him for.
I'm going Brandon Ingram. Still.
So, John Morant. Desmond Bain. And Brandon Ingram. Kevin Durant for JJ. Kevin Durant for Jaren Jackson. Is that
Nah, that ain't gonna take all that for Brandon Ingram. You probably get Brandon Ingram for a bag of peanuts.
No, I was saying KD for Jaren Jackson.
I'm still, I still stand by Jaren. I would say I'm getting rid of Bane for Jaren. Just off the fact, not for Jaren. Getting rid of Bane for KD just because of the fact you don't find too many
Jaren Jackson.
forwards or in the current NBA that can potentially play 5 if you need be. Then you can have KD and Jaren at the 4 and
He's just
5.
another shooting guard out there, bro.
He is, and I understand every day. I'm not a Jaren Jackson hater, but I'm a Jaren Jackson hater. If he just realized, if all these people in the NBA would realize that they 6'10", 6'11", 7 foot, and y'all realize that y'all actually have height and went to the basket, your averages would shoot up and your morale would shoot up. You play 2K all the time. Imagine the team chemistry that would how much it would shoot up and the fan involvement. Right? Just imagine it, Jaren Jackson.
I will.
If you realize you was 6'11", you can easily drive in the paint while Zach Edey sit there and clean up your mess.
I don't want Bane to be gone just because he was the only Grizzly that improved the most. Like,
yeah, he took the biggest step, bro.
He really upgraded,
yeah,
make his value good, and he's the highest paid player on the team. But I'm gonna keep it a stat. Ja, he complements Ja's backcourt because he can shoot better than Ja, and like he can take that load off of Ja too when it comes to dribbling and stuff. Now, I would love to see that backcourt together, and I think my lineup would literally be Ja, Bane, Kelly Oubre. The power forward, I mean, JJJ can stay. But if I would go for KD or Giannis. If I can get rid of him and Edey or something, I can, because I know some centers that's going to be free for the offseason. Like, Steven Adams going to be free again, Clint Capella.
We don't want.
I'm saying Clint Capella is a good pick and roll man, though. I'm talking about, like, good pick and roll man.
Bro.
Realistically speaking.
G. Jackson, bro. If you was to just come on, take the next step, we wouldn't even be talking about who we need. We wouldn't even be talking about Brandon Ingram or Kevin Durant.
Brandon Ingram, Kelly Oubre.
Or Kevin Durant, bro. Like, literally.
But, I'm going to keep it a stack. JJJ been here for 7 years. I think he pretty much what you see and what we going to
Yeah,
get.
my dog I think he need a change of scenery.
I just don't
not
get
not us, but he needs a change of scenery.
I don't get the whole 2 rebounds and some guy I don't get you the biggest guy out there. I don't get the whole.
It's just a want to.
Yeah, like fouling out thing. I mean, that's some stuff you slide the first couple seasons. Now he's like finna hit prime peak season 8 now. So
if you take,
Reed is supposed to be.
sure.
We got a player option, huh?
he ain't leaving T-Wolves. They got rid of Cat for him. You already
Just
know.
for the money purposes.
Sorry.
If you looking at the Grizzlies, if you looking at the Grizzlies like first round picks over the next couple of years, they don't have one in this upcoming draft. They don't only own theirs next year. They only own theirs in 27, 28, 29. Are you taking advantage? Are you confident? I mean, not complimenting. Are you taking away from your future to kind of build right now and win in this moment? Like, are you buying? If you are the GM in the Grizzlies, you saying you buying in with Ja, Jaren, Bane, either one of them for KD.
So logically speaking, if you want to keep Ja, you got to get somebody.
But keep in mind though, you got 3. Let's just say KD got realistically 2 years of high level basketball.
Those 2 years of high level basketball is gonna teach Ja.
But
like,
you're gonna trade
It's the
the
window
future.
regardless, though. This might be the last window we have for a little second, bro.
Because I don't know. In my opinion, I think the league has been pushing this thing where they're trying to get Ja out of Memphis. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And truth be told, it's 90% his fault. Goddamn it. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna say 70. I couldn't. I was stuttering.
He couldn't even get that.
Yeah,
But
but finding him, he ain't even got a max contract yet, but he's constantly getting fined like this. You know what I'm saying? And I was gonna say the window.
You signed Ja, Bane. They signed till 27, 28.
yeah,
They locked.
That
Yeah.
okay.
Well,
Well,
I'm saying, what's name gotta go, bro? I'm sorry, bro.
You got this upcoming season with Jaren.
Miles Turner will be available though.
He ain't leaving.
I was gonna say my thing with the Grizzlies is if they weren't such in a win now position, why did you get rid of Taylor Jenkins so quick? Because I was gonna say
Because they signed T.I. at the beginning of the season because they knew that was their man.
I'm just saying, you go through that situation last season where they do the tanking. You know, they tanked last season. You get the rookies.
Was it really supposed to be a tank though, bro? Like,
Ja was gone.
everybody was hurt.
Everybody was hurt, so it had to be a tank.
Well, was it, or were they hurt?
Marcus Smart was hurt. Street clothes.
Yeah.
Outside of him, everybody's up for grabs. Ja Morant was never really coming back after that. It was pretty much a wash season last year. Let's be for real. Yeah, and you end up with Zay Edey.
We had a lottery pick, and I was gonna say, so how are you gonna pressure the coach that much when you have two rookies in the starting lineup? With, of course, Ja and Bane and JJJ are all like 24, 25, which means they're young. So it's not necessarily like we in a win now situation, but we can be if we had people older than them.
I didn't even think about Mr. Wells.
We had two rookies in our starting
I
lineup.
didn't even think about
So it wasn't something to really take seriously. Like after
Well, with Taylor Jenkins, he realistically only had one since he didn't like Edey like that.
Yeah.
He didn't play Edey like that. I understand people, but at the same time, I remember seeing the scouting reports before Edey got drafted. A lot of people thought he was a bench center in today's league. You know what I'm saying? And he fell that far.
Though.
He fell that far because of it. Like,
but I mean, I feel like
Is that really a fall? Is that really a
If he
fall?
was to get the reps though.
it's not necessarily.
He was a senior.
I
Donovan
remember
Clingan had
seeing-
the more side because he was already a sophomore.
But in those
On
mock
top of the
drafts,
fact that he's more agile and mobile than
mock drafts, they had him going for 30 though, pick 30 and stuff. But I remember seeing it because he was 300 pounds, 7'4". Like they didn't think he was mobile.
that's more of a reason to draft in the lottery.
Yeah. But Donovan Clingan would have been better though for us.
They were just thinking about playing Wemby.
Yeah.
That's another thing. Got to keep Jaren because he ain't our. I'm not gonna say he's the best hope, but he's the second best hope of guarding Wemby.
That's bad.
It's not good at all.
And think if San Antonio ends up getting Giannis.
I mean, you know what's so crazy? I'm not even. Yeah, you gotta keep the fans out then.
I'm gonna keep it a stake though.
I've never been worried about Jaren on defense, bro. It's always just been about.
I know what we can replace him with. Bam Adebayo. I'll take him. Defense. He's supposed to one decoy when Marcus Smart got that joint. Bam been doing it with randoms on it. Just think about it. Them folks
Bam does need to be at the 4.
Bam be doing it with undrafted free agents on his team. Like Miami be having like DoorDash drivers and some more.
Bam Adebayo. I didn't even think about that. That would be a good pickup.
Him and Ja pick and roll go crazy. He's great on defense.
Yeah, and then he could just make that midi. Because Ja Morant attracts 3 people.
And he can definitely shoot a mid.
Drop down, make the midi.
But
Catch and shoot.
besides that, yeah, that's probably what my lineup would be. I want to keep what's his name, Scottie Pippen Jr. too. He stepped up. He stepped up big time. For him to even want to guard Steph Curry, I ain't gonna lie, like I rock with it. He fouled out too. So I got a question. What team do y'all think has the best chance at a dynasty? Like, and I know when people think of dynasties, they think of back-to-back-to-backs. I don't think a dynasty is defined because when you look at the Spurs, they didn't win no back-to-back-to-back-to-back, but that was a
I'm glad
dynasty.
you asked that question. Because I'm looking at it right here. The Timberwolves. If they get Nas Reed back, I like them to become a dynasty for real. Because you still got Rob Dillingham, who barely touched the floor this year, who's going to be a great talent. That team is young and dangerous. Like,
And it's only 23.
ridiculous. Playing like the way he is, and he eliminated the people he has. And I feel like sometimes he's doing that by himself, bro.
Right.
And he don't even have to, dog. Like, them boys really good enough to get it done with everybody on their team, but when he say, give me the ball, they gonna give him the ball and move out the way.
I'm gonna say the Celtics still, just because if you keep it's 4 people you keep on the Celtics. If they don't keep them, then maybe it's gone. But Jaylen Brown 28, Tatum 27, Pritchard and White. You can get rid of everybody. You can always retool the roster around those 4 players. And then Al Horford probably gonna be gone in a minute because he like 40. So,
I don't know about that one.
if you keep
Pritchard
Pritchard and White with Tatum and Brown, you can retool that roster as much as you want. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm looking about 2 years off from now. I think Orlando has a great chance to be a dynasty.
Ooh, Orlando be tough. Oh, Spurs probably could do it again. Wemby said give them 2 years. I believe him. It's been 2 years.
Spurs, they got the great
When we
talent.
put some weight on, bro, it's gonna be over with. It's already
So-
scary seeing them line out there doing it on pins and needles.
So who y'all think got the best youngest core in the league right now?
The Thunder,
The Thunder?
no question.
Would you SGA like 27, 28 now?
Probably 26.
20,
25,
that
26.
probably is the best. I mean,
No question.
Thunder. What about Pistons? Rockets better than Pistons. Never mind. Rockets young and they got everything. Like you just keep them together for real.
I didn't even think about them as a dynasty.
Rockets. Then they got Ime Udoka.
If you take, that's why I don't want them to break it up for KD.
I'm not gonna lie though.
I can't.
Jalen Green mess up next season if he stays, because I ain't gonna lie, the thing about Jalen Green, he has the potential to be like a young Kobe, he's explosive.
Fuck, bro, don't you ever in your life disrespect your man like that.
Ooh, that man is a great scorer.
He's a more athletic Devin Booker.
Yeah, he's basically like that. The thing about it is like,
Kobe Bryant is ridiculous. Don't you ever in your life.
I'm just, like how they be doing
Dog,
comparisons.
The bad takes. Yeah, that was.
It wasn't a bad take.
You just compared Jalen Green to Kobe
I
Bryant.
said
bro.
young Kobe. Young Kobe didn't have all that footwork, nigga.
That man was still.
He's still dropping 30,
He
20
was
in
done
the
in the
playoffs.
playoffs,
He
bro.
was dunking. Yeah, I mean, I'm just talking about athletic, like niggas. Kobe,
Same
the
as
Kobe,
all of us.
the Kobe, no, bro. The Kobe we knew wasn't on there.
Tracy McGrady.
Like how SGA playing now, like footwork and contested.
Yeah, but
No.
SJ this is what, his 6th year in the league now.
Kobe getting the ball at the end of the game saying move out the way. Jalen Green was.
Jalen Green's still young.
What they might Coach Stringer used to say, get them up.
Jalen Green was
Please
somebody
get the ball
somewhere
out
in the
there.
corner paying his figure.
Come on.
I just
For real.
think Jalen. The Rockets supposed to be his team. He can't.
Exactly.
He came out, bro. He was the best player in high school. Like when I was watching him in high school, he came out. He went to the G League. He went a different way. Then he come. I'm talking about the Rockets is supposed to be his. He coming into this playoffs. Granted, I seen his numbers against the Warriors. He always played bad against the Warriors.
We know the Rockets are supposed to be his team. Does he know that?
But this the thing. The Rockets ain't got to wait on him because they got A-Man Thompson. That's a project right there. Like what?
Even more realistic than what I just said.
Get
Does
back
he
him
know
out
that?
there.
That if they get him out of there and get a couple more good pieces, they don't.
That's the best chance you have at a dynasty, though.
Exactly.
Because you know they're not going to get a high draft pick for the next
Jalen Green.
6-7 years.
Jalen Green can go to another team, be the young star of them.
Okay, but if you are the Rockets GM right now, you looking at this past playoff performance of Jalen Green, are you not just gonna sit here and say are you gonna sit here and say, okay, this was the first year for majority of our players, or are you gonna sit here and say, oh, I can't use that excuse because Amen Thompson, this Alfred Sengun actually bossed up and actually became something in their first actual playoffs versus Jalen Green. The only game he got off is when Jimmy Butler got hurt.
All these endorsements, fingernail pain. I mean,
I don't know.
I would keep.
I'm not buying into it. I would keep the Rockets together, and I'll see how they rock.
I'll keep them, but at the same time, I'll shop them. I'll see if I can get like 2 decent, maybe young, good, because they still got Van Vliet and they got Dylan Brooks. But if they can get like some,
I don't
Bro,
know
he
if
has
they
a-
want Dylan Brooks for real.
I feel like that's his. I feel like they are. He is literally the X factor, because Amen Thompson don't have to do all that he was doing.
Nah, true, but you know how the Bucks had Giannis. Okay, when Jason Kidd was there, it was like a project. Giannis was skinny as hell. Then they moved him to point guard. Then he got bigger, and then he moved to like. I think Amen Thompson's that same deal. You make him a product. He can pass. All he missing is a shot.
And that's coming. Pause. This is his second year in the league. So I mean, just see where his trajectory is already. And you think about it. Yeah. Do they actually need Jalen Green? No. Did they need Jalen Green just to score 6-7 more points in the playoffs this past series? Yes. Did he? No. What is he doing right now? Probably making another baby with Drea. That's probably what is. We don't condone none of this milfing activity out here.
Mm-hmm. Actually. Bring the Milton back.
I got a question. I just got a question for this non-basketball related. How would you feel if you got something like that, and then her son is the same age as you?
Bro, check me out. That has nothing to do with me. She loves me for who I am. And I love her for who she is. Okay? Now, me and stepson over here, we can play the game. Like, we can figure it out. You ain't never gotta call me dad, none of that, bro. But at night, you know what I'm saying? I'm definitely dad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it a stack. I don't see why none of these folks just go after regular girls. Like, man, if you a celebrity and you like, you know, everybody go for the same girls, A-list celebrities and stuff. I just rather give me just a regular joint. I don't know why. Y'all be having all these.
The same folks over and over again, pass around like a hot potato.
Yeah, yes indeed.
I just give me somebody nobody even know, but.
Maybe that's not what they want, bro. Maybe they like ran through.
Maybe they like that because, you know, they might. Maybe they like that just because they know they can deal with it. They can deal with the stardom versus.
Yeah, in fact, you know how people be about like, oh, if you're not on the same tax bracket as me, I can't argue anything with you. So who knows?
Me, I would definitely prefer a quiet lifestyle and away from everything, but
Yes.
that ain't me.
Just know whoever I have, I gotta be selfish with mine. My baby. But nah, for real though,
No bad.
back to the basketball. I want to talk about this one dude. Do LaMelo leave Charlotte?
I don't even think it's gonna be up to him.
It's up to the Charlotte Hornets.
I think it's gonna be up to the Charlotte Hornets. What pick do they have?
That's the team that needs to get Zion.
Then he'll be the one though. You saying
Will Zion be the one?
You saying with LaMelo?
Yeah. That's a low risk.
It's a project though.
That's a low risk, high reward though, because both of those people don't already play.
Mm-hmm.
You sit here,
That's
you just got.
disgusting. I literally just sat here and said, Zion, don't go somewhere where you're gonna be ass. You're gonna suck in Charlotte if you was to go to Charlotte.
If he gets out the West,
they're probably gonna have to give up Miles Bridges, who scored.
They don't want him either.
He scored the most points on their team, though. They might need him.
But you don't want him. They don't want him.
Silly.
Yeah,
At this point, move the Charlotte Hornets. Like, get them out of Charlotte. Send them where, I don't know. Or get them out of Jordan's hand.
They're out of Jordan's hand now.
Are they?
Yeah.
Well, Jordan come back. No, I'm just
Does LaMelo stay? I mean, you asked the question, but you didn't even answer it.
I think he traded to the Clippers.
For who? Who in the Clippers? Because the Charlotte Hornets possibly
Andre
won't.
Drummond.
Andre Drummond is on the Clippers.
Grizzlies.
Grizzlies.
Yeah, bring him to the Grizzlies.
I would trade LaMelo to the Clippers for like, man. They got some depth. I'm trying to think about that team real quick. But because of that depth, I just know he's gonna end up in LA.
You can't trade him for James, huh? Because he had a player option, correct?
Yeah, he has to lock back
It's
into
on
that.
him. Yeah.
But I'm saying for the Hornets, like who are you trading for? Because the Clippers don't have any picks to give up for him.
He probably They'll probably try to, draft pick. Try to get as many draft picks as they can for him, bro.
But who's taking that risk? Dude probably ain't played 50, 60 games like
Somebody
that.
said that risk.
Orlando need to take that risk.
Somebody.
Full of Miller.
That would be amazing.
Yeah.
Him, Paulo, and Franz.
That'd be tough.
That'd be
For
tough.
Cole Anthony and
That'd be tough.
Some picks.
Suggs
Cole
or
Anthony.
That'd be tough.
Suggs was hurt all year.
Bobo. That's who I want.
You want Bobo on the Grizzlies?
Bobo on the Grizzlies.
dude, hell nah.
Bobo on the Grizzlies.
Hey,
Slide.
hey, if my homeboy ever see this, hey, hear me out. I never get picks from your ass again. Boy, they told me to put ball in for 7 rebounds, 7 assists, and 10 points. I did this shit that day, boy. I told, hey, look, I ain't never.
Your money, huh?
Man, it was $10, but still, like,
I ain't mean all of it. I meant like what you played.
Bro, I ain't dead. He be saying, yeah, you need to join my Discord, bro. You need to join my Discord, bro. $20.
You get to lose as soon as you put the bet in.
Talk about ball. Yeah, they ain't playing their starters today. Bobo had 1 point. I got mad as a motherfucker.
He still took Bobo.
Bobo.
I still take Bobo.
Man, ain't gonna do shit.
Like, he can come be part of the Twin Towers.
I'm gonna
Exactly.
like destroy Longley.
Yeah, she do. Marvin Bagley, another player. Hope you step up for real. Play like he did at Duke. For once in the NBA. Why not for the Grizzlies?
We'll see. I mean, he got, what, 25? Or he got $15, $12 million this year? I think he's a free agent, too.
Yeah. But yeah, nah.
He a free agent. Luke Kennard, free agent. They need to get John Carter off the team since he don't even like playing them.
I just think this league now is just different. You can't have no big threes and win. Everything's about depth. It's all about building the best team. It's about
for sure.
bench.
You can't pay everybody.
You can have a good
Oh,
2
yes.
stars. Nah, a good 2 stars, even at that. But if your bench ain't worth nothing, we just seen it with the Nuggets. They can play on like 6 to 7 people against the Thunder playing at least a good.
Just send the
But that's Calvin Booth. That's Calvin Booth's fault, though, with the Nuggets.
You know what I'm saying?
You had to pay to play.
But the Knicks, Tom Thibodeau is notorious for playing all his stars for 40 minutes anyway. But I'm just saying the Knicks is different because they have like 6'9" rebounding wings and.
What's crazy, 4 of their 5 are getting paid $30 million a year. But that's a city that can really afford to do that, just because all this the media money that's out there. Because what is that? What does it say? Like the average price of the Knicks Pacers game 1 is like $700-800 versus the Thunder and the Timberwolves like $170. Oh yeah, matter of fact, we finna go to Minnesota. I said that last time. I said that last week.
Watch Amber's baby Kobe.
That'll be amazing. And Minnie. I mean, OKC nothing but an hour, 8 hours away from here? 7.5 hours away from here? That wouldn't be a bad draft either.
Said,
That ain't that bad, though.
Nigga ain't never been to Oklahoma.
And probably never will.
I ain't never seen no many.
Game 3 on Saturday.
Oklahoma don't even sound like a place that I should be at.
I don't even.
Sounds like Kansas.
I can't even sit up here and tell.
Texarkana.
I can't even tell y'all if that I could be an Oklahoma fan.
Ooh.
I know fan.
I know one person like all my life from Oklahoma. Turbo, shout out.
Shout out Turbo. Yeah, well, them trucks and shit.
First thing I said when I met him, he told me he's from Oklahoma. I said, damn, like the Thunder. I never met anybody from
All I know is truck stops, truck hookers, trucks.
OKC in it.
What else you got?
What do y'all think about Who do y'all think's taking the league next season? Like players just gonna go crazy. I say Ja Morant every year.
Oh my God. It's crazy.
I say Ja Morant every year.
I was about to say I really want to say Ja.
I say Ja Morant every year.
But honestly,
I say Cade. I'm gonna say Cade.
Paulo.
Desmond Bain. I want to see that man go crazy next year, bro. Honestly. And I wouldn't even be mad. Well, yes, I would, because I want Ja Morant to actually finish as a Grizzly. But if he was to go down as one of the best Grizzlies, I would not be mad.
What you got? You got Cooper Flag obviously coming in. Probably Ace Bailey. I mean, Ricky Scale. I would love to see what Maxey would do next year.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie.
Do you think Maxey will be on the 76ers, though?
Yes.
Yeah.
Get rid of PG and that third pick for
Speaking
somebody
of
else.
Maxey.
Ooh.
Speaking of Maxey, I would love to see Taylor Jenkins on the 76ers.
Why you keep trying to kick Nick Nurse off?
Nick Nurse, bro, they already kicked him out the Raptors after he won one. I mean,
That's just the nature of the NBA right now.
Bro, I ain't been back since
I'm just saying.
the Eastern
I think
Conference.
Taylor Jenkins is a developed player is good, bro. You would develop McCain and Maxey together. Boy, the East gonna be. They gonna have the East.
You can say the same thing about Nick Nurse though. He did Pascal and OG Nobi. Scotty Barnes for a little bit.
That's not gonna work though.
It's gonna work. Don't folks say it's gonna work.
McCain and Maxey is not gonna work.
With two ball dominant players.
That's not gonna work.
It
Guards.
gonna work. I seen it work. I literally seen motherfuckers go crazy, yo.
It's not gonna work.
Oh, they got a very interesting off season too. I forgot they got the third pick and they could dangle Paul George. Not like anybody gonna take that bait though. But
Embiid might well just get life alert. Paul George, you just make up podcasts or whatever.
Nah, fool, I think you can still hoop, bro. You just gotta be locked in on hooping. Maybe it's time you come off the bench, bro.
not for $40-50 million a year. So we're not
Nigga,
doing that.
go get you a Russell Westbrook deal.
They might have to amnesty him.
Man, go sit on the bench. Come off the bench for the Lakers. Mm-hmm.
What do y'all?
You still be home.
Who do you think the Lakers target for like a center next year?
Miles Turner probably.
I think you put all your eggs in the Giannis Antetokounmpo basket. Honestly,
that's what I think they'll probably go for too. But
That'd be nasty. But like, who? You really think that the Bucks are finna take what? Maybe Reeves, Hachimura.
most likely.
and Jalen Vanderbilt.
I don't even get why they play him, bro. That's like John Carter out there for the Grizzlies.
Hell no.
Jared Vanderbilt, come on, man. They don't really play him like that.
Shit, Vanderbilt, I think you're a great green grind player, actually. You can play for the Grizzlies.
Grizzlies needs who you okay? So no, that's the more so the question. Since we all kind of follow the Grizzlies, they obviously are gonna have to target somebody with that, or target like a third or four, or like a number 3 or number 4 guy. If you don't pay Santi Aldama, which they might, because you got that rookie scale deal, but you think they're gonna put all their eggs back into Jalen Wells and G.G. Jackson, or you think they're gonna try and target and get somebody else?
Well, I mean, I want to be optimistic and say they will target somebody, but just knowing the Grizzlies, I think they're going to try to sweep in the house.
I ain't no
We don't do a lot of free agent signings. Like, we don't do a lot of big free agent signings, so I can't really just see us making that drastic move.
I ain't no telling with the Grizzlies, man.
No,
Zach Klayman is in charge. That's all I can say. But what I can say is, hopefully they do whatever it takes to keep Ja Morant, because he is the only untouchable player on the team. I can genuinely say so.
For now. Ja Morant, you do one more
How do y'all?
rocket launcher, BB gun, machine gun.
How do y'all think
Kyrie
Kyrie and Clay gonna bounce back? Not Clay, Kyrie and Dame.
We ain't seeing either one of them to 2026.
Yeah.
Dame 35 with a
I
torn
think Kyrie
Achilles.
will come back. I think Kyrie
That was a
come
torn
back.
Achilles, right? Yeah.
I'm not really worried about him because he
Kyrie
probably got to
torn
figure
ACL.
out. He probably got to figure out where he gonna be at anyway. Because I don't see him playing for Milwaukee without Giannis.
Very interesting offseason coming up.
Yeah,
We'll say.
absolutely. Both sides on the NFL side too.
Yeah. And with that being said, man, that's all the topics I got for today. Anyone else got to say anything?
No sir.
Nah, I think he covered it.
Somebody come sign me.
Sign my boy. Well, the Flagrant No Foul, my boys. I'm gonna see y'all another time. Thanks for having me, Gal.
No problem.
Facts. It's an honor.
We'll be back on sometime soon.
Yeah, sure. I'll be back. Hey, get your boys, man.